Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, ready for another shot of terror and tomfoolery in the frightening forests and foyers of Perfidious Manor as we play Darkest Dungeon. And speaking of foyers, or, at least forays, our last one into the Warrens turned out about as well as that time when you were 9 and you tried to make a Mother's Day breakfast in bed for your mom, which is to say that it was disappointing for everyone involved. You, of course, were disappointed because you could tell your mom only choked it down to humor you, and your mom was disappointed because burned toast and scrambled eggs with shells in it is a pretty shitty Mother's Day gift. So, didn't really work out so well. And that's pretty much exactly how our last mission went. We went into the situation hoping to pick up some cash to replenish our coffers, as well as gain a little resolve for a few of our level 3 troopers. And what we got instead was a few shitty baubles that didn't go very far at all towards replenishing our coffers, and more stress than an air traffic controller on September 11th's anniversary. How things turned out, but that's the way the manor crumbles, I suppose, and really the only way to fix it is to just get started and hope that our next mission turns out a little bit better. So let's get to work here and see what's available. One mission in the Warrens, huh? It is a medium veteran mission. Complete 100% of room battles. It does have a trinket. That is terrible. Alright, well, we may not necessarily want to do that one. Kill the hag. Not out of the question if we had some more cash, but with our current financial situation, don't really feel that would be the responsible move. Another short veteran mission, which I would prefer to do a medium-length mission. This is intriguing. What are you? That is very, very, very good. Bust and crest, as well as 7,000 gold. Gold is the thing we need more than anything else at the moment. You're 7,000 gold. Of course, 10,000 for killing the hag, but let's just face it, that's completely out of the question. Only 5,000 here, but that's a short mission. I think this medium veteran mission actually is going to be our best bet, so let's see what kind of team we can put together. We will need a pretty strong team. Not necessarily a strong team, but at least a reasonable team. Murphy, what do your skills look like? You have all 3s, right? You do. Alright, so Karen Murphy definitively could lead this team into the dungeon. Chrysania, apart from a little bit of weapon and armor deficiency, is going to be a strong healer for this party, so we could throw her in. Alternatively, we could also take Brienne. Not quite as good as Murph, though. I think we're probably a little better off with the Murphster. Doctor Strange could fill in. He's got a little bit of a stress issue, but if we have better luck than we did last time, it's better than average chance that his stress would come down. Alternatively, we could take Simkin instead. I do very much like Simkin. He's quite a... You know what? With Chrysania on heals, I actually think we'd be better off maybe taking Simkin. The question is, who would we put in our number 2 slot? Because it would probably be Deckard. You're all... Deckard's all ranked up. There's really no disadvantage to taking Deckard. Let's take Deckard instead. First off, though, we're gonna steal these trinkets from old Django. Why is your health so low, Django? 15% max HP shouldn't lower you down to affliction. Oh, he has something. Okay, well that's why your hit points are so low. You have some kind of disease. Well, we'll see what we can do about that then in the near future. But for now, Django, I mean, we've got other things to do with your trinkets. I hate to take them away from you, buddy, but we got other stuff that we need them for more. Speaking of which, did we get... That's Plague Doctor only. Quick Draw Charm. We don't really want him going before... Actually, that Quick Draw Charm, if anything, should go on probably Doctor Strange. Actually, that's definitely going on Doctor Strange. Grave Robber only, Fasting Seal. Let's just give you the bonus scouting then. That's fine. So that's got Deckard sorted, and we will take Deckard on this mission, even though he is only rank 2. He's not going to want to go. He's going to be more nervous than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs, but those are the breaks. Sometimes you got to do a thing you don't want to do. Quick Draw Charm. Doctor Strange, that absolutely goes on you, buddy. Do you have anything else that would be useful for you, Doctor Strange? Looks like the answer to that question is no. I don't really want to give you an accuracy penalty. Seems like a terrible idea. The bonus dodge is not horrible, but again, accuracy penalty involved in that. Let's Let's avoid. Actually, your accuracy, your base accuracy is pretty good, right? Oh, you have a quirk that gives you... You know what? Since you have a quirk that gives you +5, let's buff your dodge and just narrow that down to +3. Alright, that looks pretty good. Murphy, you have trinkets, right? Yeah, Murphy's mad, crazy, blood... Oh, she has bonus penalties for the bonus to bleed? That's okay. Murphy's a blood-crazed savage. She'll be fine. But I think this team's looking pretty solid. One thing we are going to do, though, we are going to loot Madeline Carter. You had a really good... Yeah, Vesta-only trinket. We're going to reclaim that for the moment, Madeline. This is like when you loan your roommate some clothes here. Chrysania, of course, similar build, similar size. If you would loan her that blouse, she's really going to appreciate it. She needs to look extra hot tonight because her paramour, Rick Deckard, is going to be in town, and she really wants to dress to impress. So let's get this show on the road. I think we've taken enough time shuffling around trinkets and whatnot. Let's provision our team and get to work. First thing we're going to need, of course, going to need an abundance of food. I mean, it's party time. Chrysania is out to impress her beau. We want to make sure she has as much a chance as possible of really showing how much she loves him. What do we got here? 30 food. Let's not go with 30. Let's sell some of that back. Let's go with 28. Like to keep it in numbers of 4. Max number of shovels, of course, we're going to take 1 medicinal herb. You know, I think we'll take 1 of everything but a bandage. And this time, let's not forget the torches. For a medium mission, I'm going to bring along 14 torches. That's got us down to 4,000. Let's get stuck in then. I think the provisioning outlay is solid. Team should be ready to roll, get some fine work done for us. Mostly bring back the cash, fellas. This is an investment opportunity here. We're looking to invest in your future. We want to help you build a strong financial portfolio that will allow you to obtain the tools and resources you need to fight the elder abominations from beyond the moon that have invaded our reality. It's win-win, guys, and you know, a staunch investment plan is a key to any successful interstellar breach and possible interdimensional closure. You've got to have a strong financial team backing you if you expect to succeed. What's our goal here? Explore 90% of rooms. Alright, with the room this size, we're going to be able to skip 2. We could theoretically skip this one, but it's on the way. This will give us more options in how we would like to skip. This is a huge stress relief if we use a holy water. I think this would be a worthwhile thing to do. Let's have Dr. Strange go in the confession booth and get some stress relief. Excellent. Perfect. That was just what we needed to start things off. So everyone now in a good situation stress-wise. Things are looking up already from last mission. And our first room is empty. So no big problem there. We're just going to pick up a little extra stress for recovering some ground we already covered, but that's not a huge problem. We'll get it back. I have every confidence that a few criticals and whatnot, our troopers they'll pick that slack right back up. Let's head up this way then. Got a hunger prompt already. With the camping still on the table, I don't like early hunger prompts. Doc, if you would, check out this pack. Already looted. Alright. So clearly Doctor Strange, not the equal of his friend Randolph Carter when it comes to the investigation of strange objects. Randolph Carter just is... The guy has a fucking charmed existence. He really does. Alright, so we can only skip 2 rooms. Let's just go explore this leg of the dungeon. And if we need to, we can camp on the way back. I'm comfortable with that. Who's got a good trap chance? 40%. That means probably Doctor Strange. Deckard's only got a 50%. Wow, Deckard's chance and they're the same. Alright, you know what? This one is yours, Deckard. Nicely done, buddy. That's the way to spot those replicants. You picked them right out of the lineup. Nice work. Didn't even have to ask him a series of weird-ass questions that make no sense to anyone. Nice looted pack there. Doctor Strange contributing 1,000 gold as well as some additional food. I'm gonna burn a torch before we step through here. It gives us dim light at 75. I'm comfortable with dim light. Empty room anyway, so the torch pretty much wasted. That's fine. Another pack for Doctor Strange to check out. This one contains a map. I'm assuming that on this map, every single spot just says, "Here there be dragons." Jesus Christ, this is a monster map. We have the whole dungeon looted here. Wow. Alright. So we know where every single fight the whole way is, as well as where all the treasure lies. Very interesting. Nice pick, Doctor Strange. Seriously, you should go on that American Pickers show and try and, you know, just randomly find stuff that's worth a lot of money in somebody's old pile of garbage they're keeping in their barn. I think you'd make a fine picker, Doctor Strange. I really do. You know what? We're going to go torchless here. We already know there's no fight in this room. We're going to go torchless through the remainder of this whole leg. There's actually no fighting on any of this. So let's just conserve our light. And if we can, what we'll try and do is, that's not unexpected, to be honest. Rick Deckard does like to leap face first into danger.
With a singular purpose.
I'm very tired of our bounty hunters only healing one, and I'm well aware that one of the reasons they only heal one is I do give them a huge penalty to their maximum hit points with this agility talent, but it's so damn good. The extra dodge and whatnot is well worth... intriguing. If we had holy water, we could throw it on this and it would give our troopers a buff. Let's try it without the holy water, just see what happens. Oh, we did get the buff anyway. Excellent. Plus 20% damage for Karen Murphy. She's going to be gutting monsters with a fury of a fury, like a Yirnyes, one of the mythical furies. She will descend upon them and rip them limb from limb, much like they did to Orpheus and tore his head off. That's what happens when you go down to the underworld to fetch your wife back and don't obey the instructions. Gets turned into a pillar of salt. I don't remember. I think there was something to do with pomegranate seeds there. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I looked at the myth of Eurydice and Orpheus. Also, I don't really give a shit. So we're full-on dark mode here, and we should probably rectify that. Since we're just recovering ground, this would be one of the times to keep our light level high. Let's max it. And the next time, we'll probably avoid using torches until the next time that comes down, and then we'll throw a camp. Although we already have a buff and we haven't really had any fights. I'm a little hesitant to camp. It just seems wasteful is the reason I don't want to do it. We're going to use one of our shovels, that's fine. We brought plenty. We can dig it. We can dig it, get it, dig it. Yeah, alright, you got it. Extra torch, which is frankly a nice pickup for us. Let's burn that extra torch. Give us some maximum potential for the fight. There should be a fight in this room, of course. There we go. What in the shit are you? A bone commander. That is a pretty goddamn deadly looking mace that guy has. So he can't not be bled. He's very resistant to stun. Debuffs, though, gonna be a problem for this fellow. So let's start it off with a nice debuff. Tempting Goblet. Ugh, that's a terrible way to start things off. Critical stress goblet attack. That's not good. Good bounty collection from Rick Deckard, though. 18 damage is a fine start. This guy is not really going to bleed, so there's no advantage into throwing bleeds at him. It's simply not going to work. Ouch. Holy shit. So, yeah, it's going to be a big heal for Deckard, then. That guy did a surprising amount of damage. What is ground pound? I'm guessing that's probably an AoE stun attack. Another tempting goblet. And our stress is swiftly becoming a problem. We're going to need some stress relief. Very near future. We may have to camp after this fight. We got to get that guy with the tempting goblet. We just got to get him killed. 14. You got it. Oh, Deckard, buddy. Come on. We needed better than that. On the plus side, it seems like the ground pound is quite easily dodged. We're going for the group heal here, and Doctor Strange is going to have to do a weird reconstruction on Deckard. Man, this is a tough fight. These enemies are quite powerful. Quite powerful. The number of criticals we've been taking, of course, not really helping out a whole hell of a lot. Yeah, see, that guy would be dead if you'd hit the last one, Deckard, but instead, we're just going to let him linger. Let's Iron Swan and kill that fucker. Honestly, the Bone Courtier there was potentially the most lethal and dangerous member of this entire enemy force. We should have just concentrated on taking him out straight away. These guys just do damage. And damage is the one thing we can sort of repair reliably. We have no way to fix the stress problem, but damage we can overcome. You know what? Go for the vulnerability hex, actually. Got dodged. That's unpleasant. Do it again. There we go. A critical. That'll get us some of the stress back. At this point, frankly, we need all the stress resist we can get, which, of course, means that no one got any kind of stress relief except for Doctor Strange, who was the one guy who wasn't that worried about things. Delightful. Good kill for Deckard, though. That's got some stress. Damn, Skippy had to get some stress for taking that big bastard down. 10 damage from Karen Murphy is acceptable. Spear thrust, 10. Man, that hits hard. Spear thrust is no joke attack, folks. Only 6 on a swing back from Deckard. That's less than we would have hoped. Murphy's going to close him out, though. We did pick up a little extra food, which is good. Not so much in gold and cash, though. Sarcophagus. Let's just open it. Hidden treasures, excellent. And 6 crests and 500 gold. Honestly, we would have liked to have seen something maybe a little better than that, but them's the breaks. This room, we're going to skip. It's a fight for meaningless nothing. We're just going to skip that room because we're going to want to go to this room anyway. I see no benefit, no upside into exploring that one. We're just going to leave it unexplored. If we use a torch here, if we use a torch here, it would max out our light, but our light's going to be maxed out anyway. Ah, screw it. So let's throw a torch on here. Here we go.
In radiance, may we find victory.
That bumps us back up to 100. Of course, just burning the torch would have also packed us up to 100. I'm very glad we got the surprise here because this slavering ghoul is no joke of fucking problem. This guy has a number of very powerful stress attacks. We're going to need to get him dead as swiftly as we fucking can. And Rick Deckard is going to make that a real easy job with a massive, massive critical. Nice job, Deckard. Murphy following it up with a thunderous blow of her own. And as a gentleman, let me say, if you ever have any opportunity to receive a thunderous blow from Karen Murphy, you take it. That's very impolite. I actually have no particular ideas how Karen Murphy does in fellatio department. She could be terrible at it for all I know. Also, she's fictional, so the odds of you getting a blowy from a fictional character are pretty low. A little more nice stress relief, however. Deckard really came up aces in that one. I gotta say, that was some fine work there, Deck, buddy. Those replicants never knew what fucking hit them, am I right? Damn Skippy, I'm right. Karen, why don't you eat a little food? We're still sitting pretty in the food department. Plenty of light. Let's head into this room, see what's what, give these monsters the what for. Maybe take home a little bit of cash. Alright, so we're going to go for the Iron Swan. I want this Enchantress dead. Murphy didn't quite get it done, but this does allow Doc Strange to get the KO with a nice little Abyssal Artillery for us. So that was a good little combination plate from our team. Deckard couldn't quite get it home. I was hoping he might take that Bone Conscript out, but he couldn't quite get home. Couldn't quite get there. What's your stun resist like? Terrible. I think Divine Light is going to be... Well, never mind. I'm going to say Divine Light's going to be the right pick for Cressania, but she could not connect. Deckard is bleeding. Loren for the old gods. That's... Alright, also bleeding. So 2 of our troopers now experiencing a little bit of hemorrhaging. I think we'll be okay. Go ahead and take the kill, Deckard. We need that guy eliminated. I'd rather not have bleeds stacking up. You don't need a bandage. You're fine, Murph. Come on. You've seen way worse than this. Let's face it. Give me an if it bleeds here, actually. Yeah, if that bleed goes off, he's dead. All right, so that's fatal damage. That gentleman is done dealing. Ouch. So Murphy has a monster bleed on her now. We're going to need to get a weird reconstruction on her. Which possibly could have given her more bleed. That would have been terrible, frankly. But, we got to try and patch Murph up before this fight ends, since we didn't... I never bring bandages. I just don't really see them being hugely beneficial. Nice stress relief and a good kill from Deckard. But this mission going to show me probably why I should begin bringing maybe a bandage or 2. We need these portraits. I really, really wish portraits stacked higher than 3. The whole 3-stack portrait thing really sort of fucking sucks. What do we want to get rid of here? Can we afford to get rid of shovels? I don't think we had any more barriers, but I really am loath to discard a shovel. Let's get rid of this anti-venom. We'll take the portrait instead. It's an heirloom chest, unlikely to be locked. It was not. 12 crests. You know, crests aren't really a huge priority for us. I would much rather have the 500 gold from that piece of onyx than I would the crest. We could get rid of these medicinal herbs. An interesting choice. Alternatively, we could get rid of this key. We're probably going to need the key. I have a very strong sort of instinct that we're going to need that key. Let's just leave the crests. We probably need those less than we need anything else at this point. So let's continue on the road here. And if we get to this room and we're still doing fine, we will camp. Although fine is sort of a relative term given the rate at which our troopers are bleeding. You have got to heal up old Murphy there. She's in a bad way. Give me a kill here, Django. Or do 6 damage. That would be the other thing you could do. That would be not what I asked you to do. You could just do 6 damage. That really did no one any good, Django, there, at all. That didn't help us at all. Did no one any good, Rick. Nobody. Well, let's just start with the wicked hacking then. We're going to take kills where we can get them. A little bit of graveyard slash. They did the slash. The graveyard slash. They did the slash. It caught on in a flash. You know what else caught on in a flash? Karen Murphy fucking bifurcating that guy with that giant halberd of hers. That was an impressive shot. Good little punch from old Deckard. We're going to go for the group heal here. Probably shouldn't have, since it only healed 4. We could have gone for a single target heal that would have healed more. It was a bad choice. I thought Doctor Strange was also hurt for some reason. We did manage to give a 6-point bleed, however, to Deckard, which is unpleasant. That's going to have undone most of the heal, actually. And I don't think we're going to get another chance to heal him because I have a feeling Murphy's about to split a dude in twain. Yep, so much for that. Still, fight 1.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is
We need deeds as well. We really should consider camping, if only to free up that inventory slot. What do we want to get rid of? Let's ditch the medicinal herbs. We got to have those deeds. We got to have them. It's non-negotiable. Really is. Yeah, we have room for a torch, so we should be good in that respect. Let's check out this room. Speaking of torches, let's burn that torch we just got. 82 is fine. I just want to try and have best possible opportunity to surprise the enemies in this room, and I'm glad we held on to our key then. Alright, so let's Abyssal Artillery. I want this Bone Noble gone. The Nobles, those guys are they're too problematic. Their stress attack simply too damaging, especially if it criticals. 14 damage for the Murph. This could suck. Resist the pull. Excellent. Nice work, Chrysania. Little Ren for the old gods. Murphy with the dodge. Not having any of that bullshit. Murphy's going to get a big heal here. Come on, Murph. We need you to swing. Give me the Iron Swan. Oh, we needed that one, Murph. We really kind of needed that one. We have to get a max damage roll here to kill the Noble. Oh, way to come up in the clutch. Rick Deckard, batting cleanup for us. Gets the fucking RBI hit. Nicely done, Ricky. Maybe he's Ricky Henderson in disguise. Stressful incantation is also a problem. Give me an if it bleeds on that gentleman then. Not fatal damage, but very close. This is a tough decision, actually. Let's just kill it. Just go for the facial stabbing. It's been a good while since Doctor Strange has had an opportunity to perform an emergency tracheotomy and just rip a guy's throat open, so it's always good to let him keep his hand in just so he has kind of a feel for how it works. Sort of keep in touch. He doesn't want to get it rusty. Like to keep his skills sharp. Coin a phrase. And to make a terrible, terrible pun as well. Another bleed for Murphy. So Murphy having a little bit of problem with the hemophilia department here. She's spent a lot of her life's blood just pouring it out on the floor. Yeah, it's just looking like she spilled a beer or something. It's really coming out nicely. Nice damage. Get a chance to patch the Murph up. Wouldn't mind seeing get weird construction here from Doctor Strange on her as well. Dead weight. May push her back. Did not. Alright, Doc. We need a big patch here. She resisted the bleed, 12 damage heal. That's solid contribution. And Rick Deckard going to close thing out with a little bit of thunder thud from the old axe there. Nice chop, Rick.
A trifling victory.
Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Let's use the bandage. We picked up everything else, and again, it looks like we're going to abandon some crests. I'm not going to open this yet. And I'm actually going to have us camp before we open this. I'd like to get some stress relief if we can. Want to make sure and use the firewood. As much as I would like to do this at the end of the mission, I just don't, I need the inventory space, I really do. So let's feast, take our cheap stress relief. Everybody else is at 0. Battle stance gives her bonus accuracy. Now, we got to do the battle stance. What can you do here? 10% accuracy, 5% crit. So why don't you, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. It's Friday night, and we feel alright. Montel Jordan drove a big black truck. That's what he said he did. I don't know if that's actually true. He may have drove a Honda Civic, for all I know. Not really an expert on Montel Jordan. Do we have anything that we can use to bring her stress down? We can encourage. Well, let's do that. I feel that's worthwhile. And you know what? I think we'll chant also. We already know she's not religious, but any stress relief is better than none. So we're going to get Murph down. Everybody else is completely out. That's pretty good. We're zeros across the board except for Murph, who's at 25. That's Not fantastic, but we've been in far worse shape. I mean, hell, look at last mission. We had 3 people freak the shit out and have to go into stress relief when the show was done. Chrysania, just glad we have plenty of food. Alright, well, let's open this chest. Doc Strange, it's an heirloom chest, so no need to use a key. A little bit of cash and an extra torch, that's fine. Not necessarily what we were hoping for there, but cash is cash. We can't kick a gift horse in the mouth at this point. Also, I never understood that particular turn of phrase. The actual phrase is don't look a gift horse in the mouth, which I don't understand that. I mean, I know you typically, when buying horses, look at their teeth for some reason, but I always felt don't kick a gift horse in the mouth seemed to make more sense. I mean, if the horse is bringing you a gift, probably has that gift carried in its mouth, since horses don't fucking have hands. And it seems like if you were, you know, a gift horse was actually going to deliver, at some point you would have to look in its mouth, because that's where the fucking gift would be. I mean, where the hell else would a horse keep a present? I don't really know. You know what? We're going to have to discard this jade as much as I don't want to. Picking up 175 gold. The gold can stack higher, that's why we got to do it. Back to my whole horse thing. I mean, if it's a gift horse, at some point you are going to have to look in its mouth. That's where the gift will be. It would always, you know, I think don't kick a gift horse in the mouth. The more appropriate variety of that would be the better variation. Just makes more sense. Hold up! Deckard spotted a torch. Oh, fucking great work, Eagle Eye. None of the rest of us saw that. Let's go ahead and burn up the full.
As the light gains purchase,
Gonna have a combat. Oh, fuck. Alright, so these outlaw bloodletters and the outlaw fusiliers, they are not fucking around. These guys are real dangerous. Actually, all of these guys are dangerous. The outlaw cutthroats are also supremely deadly. All of these units have strong potential to do some very serious, very lasting harm to us. Huge critical from Deckard. Deckard apparently well aware of our enemy's capabilities, and he came to play. Little slice and dice. A lot of damage, but acceptable. This could really wreck us. We got very lucky. The point-blank shot from the Bloodletter Outlaw on a crit does some fucking monstrous damage. We're going for the bleed. 16 from the Murph, and we got the bleed. That guy's bleeding a ton. 4 around. You know, I really think that we're better off just trying to throw damage here. We're going to judge this Outlaw. Huge crit from Chrysania, or rather just good damage from Chrysania. It wasn't a crit and not necessarily huge damage, but it was fine work either way. What's your stun like? Yeah, it's pretty hard to stun him. Let's just continue chopping. We're going to have to hew this bastard down like an old oak tree. Just going to have to lay on him till he crumbles. Give me that bleed. Yeah, there you go. Bleeding 8 around. Fantastic. How much health has he got left? He has 18. I don't think Doctor Strange can do 10 with the facial stab, can he? Nope, he can't even do that much. Let's go for the vulnerability hex, then. This guy's going to get at least one more crack at us. There's nothing we can do to stop it. Unless this judgment pays some dividends. That's it. He should bleed to death, then. That's going to be game over. There it is. Bam! Dropped him. Nice teamwork, guys. Excellent work, everyone. Fine job. We'll leave those medicinal herbs. Picked up another torch for our troubles. Where we're going to go in this room, Chrysania. What the fuck? You ask where to next. We're standing right in front of our destination. It's like if we had, you know, said, hey, we're going to the airport, and then you climbed in the truck and we drove you to the airport because we're a good friend and we do annoying shit like that for the people we like. And then when we got to the airport, you're like, oh, okay, where to next? Because you didn't actually need to go to the airport. And then we were all pissed off because we got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to drive your ass out to the airport as a favor specifically to you. Yeah, that's not the kind of shit you should pull, Chrysania. I mean, if you just want to go, like, sightsee at the airport, take a fucking cab. Gonna have a fight in here. If we had some holy water, that'd be nice. We'd pitch it in there. And again, we've got bone work and a bone spearman. So we're going to start things off with the abyssal artillery. I really want that bone noble dead. I don't think we're going to have anybody else who gets a chance to go before he does. So we're taking at least one tempting goblet. But we took it on Doctor Strange. That's acceptable, actually. Doctor Strange, of course, didn't have a whole lot of stress coming in. Chrysania, come on. We got to get that guy down. Finish him. There you go. Deckard's got him finished. The stress. We can't handle the stress. It's too much for us, guys. Little group heal. Probably could have spared Chrysania to do some damage. At this point, we're more concerned about getting things over quickly just to avoid the stress. The damage itself is not so much of a problem. Bonk. Karen Murphy taking a shield blow to the face and getting stunned as a result. That's unfortunate. Go ahead and collect the bounty. Excellent work. Deckard killing guys with every fucking swing. No rest for the wicked while Rick Deckard is around. No rest for the replicants either while Rick Deckard is around. Gonna throw that out there. If you're a replicant and Rick Deckard is on your case, you better fuck off into the night, because he will find you and he will take you down. Unless you're hot, like Sean Young. I mean, well, back in the day when Sean Young was hot. I think Sean Young now is more like just a withering ball of old crazy. 22 damage from Deckard is fine. But unless you're a hot replicant, your ass better run. Because Rick Deckard, no buying him off, he's implacable. There's nothing you can do, but he will eventually bring you to heel. Guy took down Dolph Lundgren, for crying out loud. The Dolphster. Or no, that wasn't Dolph Lundgren. That was, ouch! It wasn't Dolph Lundgren, it was Rutger Hauer. But still, he took down Rutger Hauer. I mean, that's no fucking mean feat. I used the wrong attack there. That was actually supposed to be a facial stabbing. Which is unfortunate, because it means this guy's going to get a spear our asses again. But then again, the spear just does damage at this point, and unless it puts somebody on death's door, which it's not going to do, we don't really have to worry. I should really consider switching attacks, because that's the second time now Doctor Strange has failed to get a kill because of my idiocy. Really should stop doing that. Doesn't matter. So my abject incompetence not going to cost us dramatically on this particular mission. Well, we aren't going to need these shovels, so let's get rid of those. Or this key from the looks of things. Would I rather have Cress or Bus? I would actually rather have neither Cress nor Bus. I would actually rather have this citrine than either one. We need money. Money is what we need. We need the monies. All the monies? What I'm saying is we need money. Let's just check this holy fountain out. I actually don't necessarily know what these do. Water reinvigorates the hero. Oh, it's a heal. That's fine. What we also should have done is eaten all of our food to make space as well. I'm going to save enough for one hunger prompt. I'm going to go to this last room. At this point, I don't see a whole lot of benefit in not doing it. We're here for the cat. Yeah, this is why I saved the cash, though. Right there. That's why I saved it. We got a hunger prompt. We don't know. Fuck you. We have never gotten anything good from an Iron Maiden ever. That thing can just fuck right off. We're going back to town. Sometimes, when you're ahead on the gambling, you gotta walk away from the table. The 14,225 gold, plus a very good trinket for one of our ranged units. Probably that's gonna go on Arya Stark. And not a bad haul of heirlooms either. We only picked up one portrait, but 6 deeds. Oh no, we actually got 4 portraits. 4 portraits and 6 deeds. That's very good. Those deeds we can use to upgrade our blacksmith. Let's see how we did on Resolve EXP. Pretty damn good. Doctor Strange pulling up to level 4. We picked up Lurker, which, we could take or leave. We don't do a whole lot of Dark-oriented stuff. Natural Eye, not really useful for the Murph, but it's not a negative quirk, so we'll take it. That's terrible. That's going to have to go. Off Guard is awful, but Gift of the Healer is okay. Off Guard, that one's got to go. That's a terrible, terrible quirk for Deckard. Diurnal is not really a problem because we don't do a whole lot of dark-based stuff. Wield Scrounger, take it or leave it. Well, let's head back to town, and we are going to throw old Deckard straight into the sanitarium right away. He's got to go. Gotta go. Oh, Django also no longer selfish thanks to his night of drunken debauchery. Who knew? Lucy, of course, getting 69 stress relief from prayer. That's good. Deckard now a veteran bounty hunter as well. Week 33 turned out okay, but we are going to do a little bit of maintenance here. Just so we don't forget, we've got to get the Dexter in for a little bit. This Off Guard has got to go. Why the leather straps? You know, I'm not entirely sure what strapping you to a table and abusing you physically is going to do as far as making you more on your guard. I guess the guards are just going to come in like at random times and randomly beat you and abuse you, teaching you that you should never let your drink down or never let your guard down even for a split second. Dud Hitter has got to go. Warren's Phobe is bad. Winded is also kind of terrible. Actually, Django Fett is a seething ball of neuroses. I actually dislike Dud Hitter more, especially when you have as few hit points as Django does. So that brings us down to 16 grand. Do we have anyone who still is in dire need of stress relief? Django, but he's already otherwise occupied in the sanitarium. Probably Florence Nightingale, but we may do a mission with our low rank guys on our next one. Actually, that may be the team we take out. Who was the sort of tank for that unit? I doubt we were running with Fagin and Arya Stark as our 2 frontrunners. That just seems somewhat suicidal. Is Fade back too? Back one. Maybe we were. I don't honestly recall. It's been a while since we took them out. But they may be our team on the next mission. We'll have to wait and see. As things stand at the moment, though, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more Darkest Dungeon 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, consider subscribing as well. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.